Here with Chad Gilbert, the former girls basketball coach at Jeffersonville and the boys basketball coach at Jeffersonville, now an AD at Charlestown. Chad, you've been coaching for a long time, had a lot of success with the state championship at Jeff. Do you miss it?
I miss it every day. You know, it's so much fun. And what I miss more than anything is the relationship I have with my players. And it's something that I look forward to every day. It was a grind every day, but it's something that you don't know what it's got till it's gone. I miss coaching very, very bad.
What are the memories of that 2011 state championship with the Red Devils?
Oh, you know, what made that so great was just the whole journey. Everything involved in it, whether it was going to the sectional, going to the regional, and we made Bedford our home. You know, we were up there for 5 games. It was a great time, and our kids, I hope they made memories, just not of the state championship, but the whole grind. You know, it was a grind that took 11 years to get done.
Hoosier Hills Conference has always had a good basketball tradition in boys, but the girls kind of gone unnoticed. But New Albany, a former state champion, Jeffersonville, now BNL on quite a run. What's it say about the strength of the conference that you've seen now that you stepped away from it?
Well, you know, that and the MIC were always the top 2 conferences. You know, in the state that I felt, those guys were the ones in 4A. They were the contenders, and it seems like it's still holding suit now. And basketball is great. You know, the girls' game just keeps continue to grow, continue to get better, and the boys in the Hoosier Hills is outstanding.
The Hoosier Hills Conference had a heyday in boys basketball in the late 80s and early 90s. Jeffersonville won its state championship there. In that time frame as well. So, will you see a return to that? Do you think one of these days?
You know, it's so tough because you got to play so many 4A teams to get out, and the way it's set up now, to win it, you got to beat 3 Indy teams, and I think that's hard to do. You know, before Indy kind of knocked themselves out a little bit, and you just had to survive and advance with what you got, and I think the way it's set up now, it's going to be hard for anyone from starting to the end to win the whole thing. But you know, that's what makes the tournament special.
How is being an AD the same or different than being a head coach?
You know, you're kind of a coach of coaches, you know, and you're dealing with more adults than you are dealing with kids. Sometimes that's a good thing, sometimes that's a bad thing. But, you know, everybody's in the same thing together, you know. They want our kids to be successful. They want their programs to be successful. And there's stuff that our coaches do that I was doing 2 years ago. And that's why I tell them, you know, you can't get the help around me because I was doing the same stuff 2 years ago. And it's fun from that aspect because we've got some really great coaches who really put in a lot of effort, just like they were down at Jeff. So, you know, people who are coaching, they're in it for the right reasons.
And you were also an outstanding former player. So do you look back on that time frame and from your coaching career and think, hey, this is the way it should be done because based on your past experience?
Oh, absolutely. You know, and basketball is, you know, it was more than just playing. You know, it made my life because the relationships I met and the friendships from on the court, the friendships from other teams, the people I coach, those are my best friends. You know, and it was from basketball. Without basketball, I wouldn't have those opportunities, and that's something that I hope these kids do the same thing.